I can't believe it, but I woke up one day in the morning and I found a tweet that said Pikachu with gray felt has become the most expensive Pikachu promo card. Obviously, it's not. However, I thought I was tripping when he said the price. I thought this was some old tweet. I thought I was tripping. I thought the guy was also tripping too. But when I typed it on TCG Player, I couldn't freaking believe my eyes. I thought I was in the Matrix. I thought freaking Andrew Day was onto something, man. I'm not gonna even lie. Doing a little brief recap on the whole Pikachu with gray felt hat. It's been bugging me, but I cannot stand with the freaking name of it. It's so long. Obviously, there's probably some significance with the Van Gogh painting. I don't care. Way too long. Put freaking Pikachu on there and it would have been fine. But anyway, do a little recap on the whole Pikachu thing. I did a full-length recap a little while ago. If you guys want an in-depth conversation about the card, I do definitely recommend checking out my previous video. But kind of going straight to the point, Pokemon released this promo card. It was heavily scalped. A lot of waves came. Pokemon Center messed up a lot of times. They couldn't fulfill orders. And when they did try to fulfill orders, people weren't getting them. They tried fixing them again. Now the freaking card is skyrocketing in value, which I cannot freaking comprehend, because last video I was saying that there's actually hope for the card that'll go down. The supply is gonna be more because Pokemon looks like they were actually fixing the supply issue and sending out the cards they did not send out to their orders. But of course, I always have to be wrong. The moment I make a video, it's like the god, Lord Arceus, is looking down and like, you know what? Yeah, he made a point. Yeah, he made a solid point right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna crush his expectations and do something that's unfathomable. Bro, it is so freaking annoying because I actually thought, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be wrong with this. This card is gonna crash completely, and it's gonna be so awesome. But no, of course not. It didn't crash. All odds were stacked against me, and it's actually going for $180. I'm dead. I'm on the floor, bleeding out, eternal damage, physical damage, all damage around my body. God damn, bro. This is so annoying. Because, like, nobody would have expected this to happen. Everyone that was in the content space and everyone, they were saying, yeah, this promo card was going to crash after a while. And, dude, it's not like this promo card is hard to find. It is not freaking limited. They had so many ways of this shit that even a couple promo cards in other products are way more scarce than this freaking card. I just can't believe this is actually going up in value. And it's not even by a little bit. Bro, 120%. Mind my math, okay? I could be completely wrong, okay? I'm just throwing out numbers, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it definitely doubled in price, which I'm pretty sure is above 100%, okay? I'm not a big math guy. And I hate that I have to bring this conversation back up, but it was just so incredibly goofy that this actually became insanely expensive. $180. Dude, it was $170 yesterday. How is that physically possible? How is this going on? Now, I do have some, this is a tiny bit of suspicion, okay? Just bear with me. This was a big conversation a couple months ago. And if you guys don't know what the conversation is, it's market manipulation. Yes, the good old market manipulation, buyouts and other stuff that was pretty prominent a couple of like months ago at like the height of Japanese Pokemon market, where everything was just consistently going up and people were taking advantage of that and consistently buying out every single Pokemon full art card, trainer card that ever existed. It was a tough time. It was a rough time. I'll be completely honest with you. And I called out specific cards that were getting pumped and manipulated. Now, if you guys don't know how buyouts and manipulation works, so basically somebody with a significant amount of money, freaking Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, that was not planned. Well, how does that pop out of my mouth? Buyouts are a pretty common thing, at least now. It wasn't really back in the day, but right now it's been a very common thing. like even with promo cards, other stuff definitely has died down a bit because a lot of people are kind of losing interest in Pokemon right now. It's the crash is real, the Pokemon market is crashing, sell everything. It's not really a crash, it's just a little bit of correction. So don't worry, don't sell all you freaking stuff you have, okay? But if you actually thought about selling your stuff, I'm gonna raise my eyebrow at you. I think you're interested in the hobby for a little bit of the wrong reason, but hey, to each their own. If you're into this hobby just for the money, get your bag, son. But essentially, buyouts are people with high money and they go to, let's say, TCG Player. And something to note is these cards don't even have that many listings. Pikachu with Gray Felt, for example, it only has about 40 copies. That's what's currently on TCG Player right now. So if someone was like a millionaire or $100,000 millionaire, that's not a word, but I'm gonna go with it, they could easily buy out every single copy and listing on TCG Player, and they could list their own for like freaking double the price. And well, of course, other people are gonna follow suit and they're gonna sell theirs for the same amount you're selling for. Maybe a little bit cheaper to be a little competitive, but the price of that card significantly skyrocketed. Now, did that happen with Pikachu with Gray Felt hat? I'm not too sure though. It's not like an insane big jump each listing, because with normally buyouts, you would see a card going for like freaking $5 and instantly the next listing that was bought was $20. That's a good sign that it was market manipulated and it was a buyout. Now, if we look at the sales data right here, we see cards at the very recently going for 180, 175, 180, 90, 166. Now that is a little bit sus that it went from 166 to instantly 190. That is a big swing that normally that doesn't really happen. And then right below it, it's 180, 180, and instantly 150. What? That's a freaking $35 increase instantly. And do I think there's some attempt to probably pump this card up? I think so. I'm just gonna put a statement there. Me personally, my opinion, I think some people are kind of specifically taking advantage that a lot of people are still not getting the promo card they were promised, even though last video I stated that Pokemon is trying to fix their mistake. It looks like that was not enough to keep this card at a low price. So maybe they're taking advantage of that and they're like, hey, I think this is a good opportunity to kind of like sneakily make that into an excuse to pump this card a little bit more. And the listed medium price on TCG Player right now, the lowest is 180. That is the lowest with no pictures and no nothing. However, eBay is also following suit. Now, I didn't know who came first. It's like asking who came first, the chicken or the egg. We don't know. TCG Player and eBay, when it comes to trading cards, it goes back and forth. Nobody knows who starts the trend or not. Usually it's around the same time. For example, the Gengar and Mimikyu alt art that happened a while ago, there was a big pump that I called out, and that was started on TCG Player, and eBay kind of followed suit with that. So with this particular case, I don't know which followed what, but I think I personally saw the price hike on TCG Player first rather than eBay, because it's a little bit more easier to market manipulate and pump on TCG Player than it is to eBay, because eBay has a plethora, the absolute girth of cards on eBay is exponentially more than TCG Player. So obviously it's a little bit more easier to kind of like sneakily pump up cards on TCG Player. Now, is this 100% the case? Do I actually think Pikachu with Gray Felt hat is getting bought out and manipulated? In my personal opinion, I think there's definitely an attempt to do so. Is it actually? I'm not too sure. It could be actual demand and actual people FOMOing, because there's a big difference with people FOMOing and people trying to buy out the card. With this case, I think it's about 80% FOMO and about 20% buyouts. For me, it doesn't really make sense why Pikachu with the Gray Felt hat went in an insane boost of like 100% in a course of a couple weeks. Like, this wasn't even a couple, dude, it wasn't even a month yet. It was literally a half a month, 2 weeks ago, that this card was steadily selling $90 to $100. And now it's freaking going selling for $180. So again, I do think there's some attempt of a buyout here, but of course I could be wrong. This could be as well as high demand as well. What do I think is gonna happen to this card soon in the future? I have no freaking idea now, because if you told me about 2 weeks ago, I said, yeah, dude, it's gonna completely go crashing down. It's gonna kind of level off around $40 to $50. or maybe 70 on the really high end. That's if like Pokemon don't do any more waves of this. But now I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm really shocked to see this. I have no idea what the future is gonna hold. So if you guys want to chime in on your opinion in the comments, please do so. I'm always interested in hearing you guys' takes on stuff. So do you guys think this is actual real demand? Do you guys think this is a buyout? Me personally, I think it's a little bit of both. But anyway, that's all the info I have for you today. It's just a really interesting case. I just wasn't expecting this at all. If you were expecting this, holy frick, you're a freaking genius. Because normally this does not happen. Anyway, that's it. See you later, weebs.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化